From a suspect in Florida who tried to flee on a bicycle after a 911 call, and a perp in a stolen U-Haul van who led police on a wild chase, to an armed carjacking suspect who was running for his life, and a suspect in a Ford Mustang who thought going into the woods might save him. Here are some of the most unreal police chases caught on Dashcam that you need to see. On March 18, 2024, things got out of control on Route 441 when a white Dodge Challenger sped past an officer's radar, clocked at a staggering 96 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. This wasn't just a casual case of speeding, it was the start of a heart-pounding chase. Studies have shown that at speeds above 100 miles per hour, the average stopping distance of a car increases by nearly 50%, making high-speed chases like this one a dangerous dance. But that didn't stop the driver, who blew through red lights and roared onto Interstate 75 southbound, hitting speeds over 130 miles per hour.
That's 66 County Line.
Yeah, for units on 1031, 1066 County Line, 1066 County Line.
At these speeds, even the slightest mistake could be fatal, not just for the driver, but for anyone unlucky enough to be in the car's path. With the adrenaline pumping, the officers knew they had to act fast before someone got hurt.
That's the way station now, I'm right on it.
Yeah, we're about to way station. 04190.
Okay.
10-4, 1466 at County Line, they're going to...
Alright, we do have a hit on the stop sticks. Alright, we're still going a little too fast to pit.
The turning point came at County Road 484, where Lieutenant Thorson deployed stop sticks, puncturing the Challenger's rear tire. Yet the driver, 20-year-old Kamari Stokes, wasn't done yet. He slammed the brakes, lost his control, and smashed through a fence, hurtling into an open field.
04190, do you want subject to continue or be to the...
I'm right here with your car.
10-4, if I can get a chance to pit, I'm going to pit him.
I'm right here with your good. Come on. Single 4, single 4.
10-4, single...
10-4, if I can get a chance to pit, I'm going to pit him.
Stand by. Signal 4, signal 4.
10-4, single...
We got power lines down.
It took a skilled pit maneuver from K9 Deputy Donnelly to finally bring the car to a stop. The aftermath revealed more than just reckless driving. Inside the car was a small stash of marijuana, a bag of green leafy substance wedged between the seat and console. Stokes, who had a suspended license, faced charges for fleeing, reckless driving, and drug possession. Meanwhile, his passenger, who he claims had woken up mid-chase, frantically signaled for help during the pursuit, an unusual twist in an already bizarre case. Stokes ended his day not behind the wheel, but in a hospital bed for a checkup, and then straight to the Marion County Jail. On August 1st, 2024, a stolen black GMC Denali set off a dramatic chase in Miami-Dade County. Broward Sheriff's deputies first spotted the truck near the Golden Glades interchange, and the driver, 35-year-old Joseph Giannino, who was already known, wasted no time making his move. At one point, he even pulled over briefly on Northwest 7th Avenue, but it was a fake-out, and within seconds, he roared off again.
826, exit at 12, I'm behind the 710.
He still is.
Driver! Lower on the 155, I got the signal 10, he's fleeing. We're gonna be 826 eastbound from 12.
Crashes involving fleeing vehicles often turn bystanders into victims, and Giannino's reckless escape was no exception. Innocent drivers were suddenly caught in the crossfire, forced to dodge his dangerous maneuvers.
47 Bravo, Zulu, Romeo, Quebec. We're gonna be eastbound 23. Alright, 23. I believe he's signal for the vehicle right now. Alright, towards the turnpike. He's going 12 whiskey. Now going on the turnpike, signal 4 versus a truck, and we gotta roll over, roll over. Let me see your hands! Let me see your
Giannino lost control, slamming into 3 vehicles before crashing hard into a box truck, which flipped from the impact. Police quickly moved in, arresting him on charges that included aggravated fleeing, grand theft auto, and leaving the scene of an accident. He was also driving with a suspended license, and to make matters worse, he was already on probation for a similar offense. On one fine night, an alert was broadcasted by the Detroit Police Department. A stolen car, linked to a series of armed carjackings across the city, was being tracked by the department's commercial auto theft team. They needed backup, and Michigan State Police answered the call. The chase started near the westbound Interstate 96 freeway and Telegraph Road as the suspect sped off, refusing to pull over.
Coming up to Telegraph.
Approaching Telegraph.
Through Telegraph, still east.
Eastbound Green River through Telegraph.
All right, going back west, Grand River.
Sergeant Kurish and Trooper Yakwoni were tailing the suspect as the chase wound through the streets of Detroit, hitting speeds well over 100 miles per hour in areas with posted limits as low as 25 miles per hour.
Now I don't know what the third is.
Coming up to Telegraph.
Approaching Telegraph.
50, so right behind 81.
Going back eastbound.
Going back east.
Pit initiated.
Down foot.
Out on foot.
Northbound. Northbound Riverbank.
Trooper Yakwoni executed a successful pit maneuver, but it wasn't the end. A Detroit police vehicle collided with Yakwoni's patrol car, damaging the brakes, which made it even harder to drive due to the wet surface, but somehow he managed the car. Later, the suspect, 17-year-old Arnez Arnold Carter, bolted from the car, but he didn't get far and was tackled in no time. Carter, being arrested, would likely face a stack of charges, from armed carjacking to reckless endangerment and multiple counts of fleeing and eluding law enforcement. On April 26, 2024, a seemingly ordinary morning in Los Angeles quickly turned tense when a shooting incident broke out in the 100 block of East Avenue 36. Around 12 a.m., Northeast Division officers were dispatched after receiving a report of a shooting involving 24-year-old John Lopez, who had allegedly shot a family member during a heated argument. By the time officers arrived, Lopez had already fled the scene. Moments later, a police air unit spotted Lopez, not in a car, but pedaling a bicycle down the 5 freeway, an unusual vehicle to flee on.
781 A1, roger, at the scene. Was there any casings or a victim?
11:42 A1, roger that. There was a victim hit and there were casings recovered.
Que se canse. Yeah, he's getting tired, man. He's gonna gas out.
Shooting suspect. Southbound Bailey from Mission. And he's got suspicion units. Southbound
Just go.
Bailey from Mission, suspicion units.
Go, stop.
Turn the fuck around!
Lopez was arrested on the spot, though he did complain of knee pain and was briefly treated at a local hospital. Authorities recovered a small caliber firearm during the arrest, linking Lopez to the earlier shooting. The potential charges are severe: attempted murder for the shooting incident, reckless endangerment for his freeway escapade, and firearm possession charges. His victim, a family member, thankfully survived with non-life-threatening injuries, while no officers or bystanders were harmed. January 24th, 2021, Troup County, Georgia. Around 7 a.m., a state trooper spotted a silver Ford Mustang swerving down Bass Cross Road, which was an unusual sight that demanded attention. Even stranger, the car's license plate, registered to a black Ford Expedition, was clearly mismatched. Sensing something off, the trooper initiated a stop, but the driver wasn't interested in sticking around.
Making a left on this road right here.
The pursuit escalated quickly, with the Mustang blasting through every stop sign and red light, barreling through residential areas at over 100 miles per hour, in zones marked as low as 35 miles per hour. At one point, the Mustang nearly collided head-on with a vehicle turning into a driveway, barely avoiding disaster on those winding blind curves.
Thank you. $10.50.
Get up! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! If you're at gunpoint, show me your hands! Get out the car and show me your hands! Now!
The chase hit a turning point as the Mustang tore down Philpott Ferry Road, a route which is known for ending abruptly in a dead end. The Mustang veered off the road, crashing into the tree line. The driver, later identified as 23-year-old Anthony Corey Swansea, eventually complied. It turned out Swansea had good reason to run. His license was suspended, and he admitted he was afraid of losing a new job if he ended up in jail. To make matters worse, the car's mismatched plates, lack of insurance, and dangerous driving spree meant he was now facing a list of charges, likely including fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, driving on a suspended license, and operating an uninsured vehicle. On February 1st, 2024, a high-speed chase broke out when the Brevard County Sheriff's Office was pursuing a stolen vehicle southbound on Babcock Road. As the chase crossed into a new jurisdiction, the Fellsmere Police Department took over, following the suspect Eric Danell Kelly, as he desperately tried to shake the officers.
10-4 copy.
So here's some more sticks. Maybe that's what we have.
643, I can't do a pit here.
At 643, I'm coming up 1295 now.
10-4 still southbound on Broadway, coming up to Denver. Just past Louisiana. Copy.
Call for you, up here. Several, we're almost done at 7. Northern 129, we're going eastbound on 89th Street, approaching South 9th Street, still eastbound.
Copy, eastbound 89.
As Kelly's car careened onto North Broadway Street, his getaway was falling apart. With 2 tires shredded down to the rims, he continued his desperate flight. After a series of wild turns and a sudden U-turn on 89th Street, Kelly tried to make a sharp right onto South Willow only to run off the road.
East on 89th Street. Which is really good. Upper 150 on 95, northbound.
Going back southbound. Back southbound.
On 3, we have words. How much? Alright, I'll take over the radio. Everybody else, just maintain it.
I need stop sticks at 130 South Willow. We're coming back to you guys.
Still westbound, coming up to 130th here shortly. That unit came up on 130th, good, stood up to stop. Still continue westbound, coming up to 130th now. Stand by, crash in 130th. 30th.
Everybody shut off your radio, shut off your lights. I got someone in the passenger seat. Sirens, sirens. Everybody kill your sirens.
Kelly, who had no valid driver's license, was taken into custody and transported to jail. He now faces several potential charges, including reckless driving, fleeing from law enforcement, and vehicle theft. In 2021 alone, Florida reported nearly 40,000 vehicle thefts, making chases like this one a high-stakes part of law enforcement's day-to-day.